Hey guys, what's up? It's 8-Bit Eric. I'm back. Nintendo's E3 presentation just finished not too long ago. Here's my quick recap about it. I am very excited. Nintendo did exactly what I wanted them to do this year. Focus on key titles that are coming out, announce one or two surprises, and just show nothing but rapid fire gameplay. And overall, I think they did great. I give them an A- because there were some things that were in the presentation that I thought were crucial, and they did it. To begin with, let's start from things that I noticed. Xenoblade Chronicles 2. This game was heavily featured. They showed a pretty good trailer, and it revealed some of the plot. I really enjoyed Chronicles X. This one looks like it's going to be just as good as the original one. I know a lot of people enjoy the Xenoblade Chronicles that came out on the Wii. It's going to be a huge open world RPG. Definitely looking forward to it. Also followed up by that, let me take a look at my notes, because there was a lot of stuff here. They confirmed one of my favorite games to play on the PlayStation 4, Rocket League. It's going to have some new exclusive costumes and stuff for the Nintendo Switch, but most importantly, it's going to have cross-play. So now I get to play with my friends that have Xbox and PC. That is phenomenal that Nintendo's taken steps towards cross-play on several of their titles. Mario Odyssey has been given an October release. I was thinking that we weren't going to see this to December, at least. But now that it's coming out in mid-October, that's phenomenal. That's a lot earlier than I thought it was going to be, and the game looks amazing. This trailer showed a lot more gameplay than ever before. The fact that Mario throws his hat at enemies and can control them with like mind powers and stuff, phenomenal. I see so much potential out of Mario Odyssey. I think this is going to be the must-have game of the year. We also had some announcements about Pokken Tournament DX and a surprise announcement that Game Freak is going to make a core RPG Pokemon specifically for the Nintendo Switch. That is huge news. I talked about that in a video last week, that if this happens, that's big news, and a lot of people wanted that. So that alone was surprise announcement number one that I think basically won E3 for Nintendo. But there was another huge announcement that a lot of people have been waiting for a long time and felt that it was never going to happen. Nintendo revealed that Metroid Prime 4 is in development for the Nintendo Switch. Now, both Metroid and Pokemon probably aren't going to be out within the next year or so. But the fact that they advertised two games that are in development that people have been wanting for a long time is pretty good. Now, I know I've given a lot of shit about games being announced that aren't going to be played anytime soon. So I will say, yes, while those games are being developed, I don't really like that there's a long wait, but it's better than nothing. It confirmed a lot of people's need for having a Switch. So I guess if a Metroid Prime 4 announcement makes people happy, go for it. Now, there were no 3DS announcements during this presentation. They waited for the Treehouse, which I think was perfect. That was a smart move on their behalf. Focus on Nintendo Switch. There was a couple of parts in the games that they showed some stuff, like Fire Emblem trailer was shown. Fire Emblem Warriors, which looks like it's going to play like Hyrule Warriors, Dynasty Warriors, Warrior Orochi. I like those games. I'm not a big Fire Emblem guy, but I'm looking forward to checking it out. There was also a new Kirby, a new Yoshi shown. I think those games are going to be pretty cool as well, so there's a lot of fans for those franchises. They showed some DLC and amiibos for Zelda Breath of the Wild, and while the amiibos are cool, the DLC portion and all that kind of slowed things down. I was worried at that point, but Nintendo saved it with some of those big announcements. We also didn't see any major third parties shown. There was not really a sizzle reel of anything of any Nintendo indies, so that caused a little bit of concern, but I do think they're going to show some more announcements throughout the week on the Treehouse and on their website and YouTube. One thing that did worry me was there was no announcement about the Virtual Console. I felt that that would have been something that Nintendo would have touched on at E3. There was no Virtual Console, no updates regarding the operating system on the Switch, no announcements about YouTube, Netflix, stuff like that. So it seemed like they were heavily focused on promoting key games coming up overall, I was very happy. I think this was one of the best E3s Nintendo has shown in years. And the announcements keep coming. There's a 2D Metroid coming out on the 3DS that was announced on the Treehouse. Other stuff, I think Nintendo finally came out swinging. This was a must-need win for Nintendo as far as E3 goes. As I said, I give them an A-, very passable. Couple things I wish I would have seen, like Virtual Console, Nintendo Switch update stuff, third parties and stuff. But Metroid Prime 4 and Pokemon RPGs coming to the Nintendo Switch, that alone, I think, sealed the deal. And in addition to Rocket League. So yeah, guys, comment below. Let me know what you guys think. Thank you a lot for watching. I'll see you next time.